self-confidence comes from executing high standards. So as you get better and better and better, as you evolve over time, I guess, you stand out more. Like, you will gain more self-confidence because you're believing, like you said, we don't believe, right? You begin to believe because you're capable now.
Gets rid of a little bit of that imposter syndrome.
Yep.
Type of thing. Is like, if you're consistently accountable to living up to the standards that you set, then you're going to be more confident in what it is that you can do.
Yeah. I think a good example of being more confident, I think it literally involves all of us, which is with trading. So the more we practice trading, the more confident we're going to get with our positions that we open. Right? So imagine we didn't have any knowledge about how to read charts or understanding business fundamentals. We're just going in blind. Of course, you're not going to be confident. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. But by setting really high standards and only, putting your money where it's worth it, that will come with time. That'll come with, practicing.
So reps, right?
Reps.
So
iterations.
Yeah. So continuously repping out at those high standards.
Very high standards.
Will give you more confidence in doing that, whatever that thing is. For us, another good example is podcast speaking, or speaking in general.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We've actually been speaking not trying to film, but practicing our craft for a couple of months now. We don't just go straight into shooting. We've been practicing in a lot of the things we do when we speak to clients, when we train in trading, when we bring people onto our long-term investment portfolio, when we do all those kind of things, we're practicing, to be able to put out content for you guys.
And just like, if you're really starting, like, it's all about, if you want to get confidence, it's about just making a simple promise to yourself. Like, hey, my standard from now on is every time I'm going to wake up within a minute from when my alarm goes off. That's one promise. Second is, once I get out within that minute, I will make my bed. That's another promise. And if you keep executing those promises, and there could be many, many of them, then that's where your confidence comes from. But if you don't do it, you say I'm going to do it and you don't do it, then you're going to start to lose your self-confidence.
Absolutely. And I'm a believer of this. We'll see what you guys think. If you don't get it right, all right, don't hate yourself for it. Guess what? Get it right tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow's another day.
It's the same as that habit thing.
It's like building habits, right?
Yeah, it's exactly right.
How would you guys go about like building those habits? Like, would you build a habit every week, or one habit every week, a new habit next week, new habit the week after?
There's different ways to do it.
Yeah, it depends on the habit as well.
It depends on you.
Yeah,
and it depends on the habit. But for me personally, I would approach it the way Dylan literally just said right now, where you set yourself a goal of waking up a minute before your alarm goes off, or a minute after it goes off. You're out of bed, right? Then you make your bed. It should be, for me, it should be as natural as you brushing your teeth. Like that in itself is a habit.
Absolutely. Subconscious.
Right? Yeah. It should just become a subconscious thing.
Because we've been doing that for so long.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you raise your standards so high,
yeah,
and you just make these daily habits every single day, and you're just executing on these habits every single day. Yeah. Now imagine operating at such a high standard that it's, just like brushing your teeth.
And I think the thing is, well, just start with just like one or a few habits.
Yeah.
Master that, then add more. Because if you try and bring in 50 today,
that's
going to get overwhelmed. And just
do one thing at a time.
Yeah.
And people a lot of people say if you have a habit, you need to find the trigger, replace the trigger, and a lot of things like that. And I heard something from Naval probably 6 months to a year ago. It's like, maybe that might be correct, but here's what I personally just have discipline and just do it. And just get it done. And for me, that's kind of what I subscribe to. It's like, I've told myself I'm going to go do something. I'm going to go do it. I don't need to replace it with some little biohack or something like that.
Yeah.
I've told myself I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. That's it.
Something that's helped me with my habits is I'll literally print out my routine, and then you just cross them off one by one.
Yeah, the crossing works so well.
And then you just don't forget, because you can think you know what to do the next day, but then you're going to forget stuff. And so I just said to myself, I remember when I was struggling about becoming successful once in the past, I was like, I just looked at this sheet of paper. I'm like, dude, if I just keep doing that every day, it has to result in success, doesn't it? It just made me feel a lot more, confident, optimistic about the future.
And then as you tick off the things, you get like a little dopamine hit.
little
Yeah,
dopamine
You're
hit.
like,
absolutely.
"Oi, I did that one. Oh, I did the next one. Oi, I'm
Yeah.
on a roll here." And you do the next one.
Dude, that momentum is so powerful, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah.
And the thing that I pair it with today as well is like I just go on Google Calendar really quick, like in the day ahead. I just make like a 15 little block of time that is just a reminder about that habit. So then it keeps popping up. So yeah, sometimes I found like I can forget to actually look at my paper. But if I forget to look at my paper, this is the backup. I'll get a notification.
Yeah, I mean, people hate using phones and all that kind of crap, and they're like, "Oh, we spend too much time with phones." I'll be honest, I use this ridiculous amount of time every day, but that's probably not going to change.
Yeah.
So, use it for what it's worth. Use the bloody functions that this thing has.
Yeah.
You know, there's no sin to it. Just use the damn thing.
Yeah.
Use it for good things.
for
Something that
sure.
we actually used to do as well in the past is we probably need to maybe get back into it. I know I'm getting back into it is buying like a massive calendar
Oh,
on the wall.
Yeah, I remember
So
that.
yeah, I got it now. Got like a 2 meter by 1 meter calendar, so it's huge.
God damn.
Yeah.
That's a wall.
Yeah.
That's its own wall.
It's literally a wall.
It is one section of my wardrobe. That's size.
Dude, we should use that to cover G's room as a door.
But
You want a door, G?
yeah, what I do with it is I used to do this really well in the past, but I'll like have a certain color for like reading books,
Mm.
and then I'll write
Oh,
in
yeah.
how many minutes or how many pages I read in a single color, and just keep on going. And then there's like a visual representation of what you're actually doing. And the
Mm.
theory is you want to build your chain of that color. So you're building like orange for books.
Whoa.
Then I'll do running is always green. So I write run 5 kilometers. I'll put the time there, then so on and so on and so on. And then the goal is to eventually create a rainbow. And you just want to never break the rainbow. So I heard some person that did this eventually had this rainbow. It's going for like 3 years. And then on Christmas Day, they looked at it and they just realized like they cannot break it. They had all the excuses in the world to break it, but because they had that rainbow going for 3 years, that they had to get it done.
That makes sense.
That's
yeah.
impressive,
That's
man.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
And then you can like really see like where are your standards at, because like sometimes I found like we have a bias where we actually think of ourselves higher than what is actually reality. You know, like the saying that everybody thinks that they're above average driver. But if everybody thinks they're above average, it's just mathematically impossible.
That means you're average.
Yeah. So like
Again, it's math.
Yeah.
in my brain, like I always think like, oh wow, man, I've been doing a lot of runs and stuff, but how come I'm still got a stomach on me or something? And I plug my Garmin into the computer and actually upload all my data and then check it. I'm like, shit, man, I barely been. Last run was 6 days ago. Dude, I suck. So that's why I got to get that big, calendar and actually physically do it.
Where did you get it from for the people?
I think it was one of those early books. What was it?
Oh, the actual calendar itself.
Oh, the calendar.
Is it
Oh, it's
Office
just-
Works?
I think it was Office. Oh, there's a few. You can get them off eBay or
Amazon.
Yeah, probably Amazon. I think there's a company called Office Max.
Just Amazon, guys.